Hello, welcome back to our Rule the Waves 3 playthrough of Italy starting in 1890, Mare Nostrum. The war with Austria continues. Spain is preparing to jump in, so really there's not a whole lot of point in trying to win big massive victories right now because the victory point is going to get leveled out. Not that we're being offered any particular big battles. I wouldn't mind getting our aircraft carriers involved. That's kind of that's really the main striking force of our entire navy here. That and our Leons. So for now, it's just probably going to be more destroyer skirmishing, potentially some light cruiser stuff. I don't know. Doesn't look like we really have any light cruisers left. We got one right there, and it's being repaired. So we have one light cruiser left. We have one heavy cruiser that's on foreign station, the Bolzano. It's been with us since 1929. But other than that, we got carriers and destroyers. All right. Hope everyone had a decent Easter if you happen to celebrate it. Got some destroyers here. Our goal is to just launch off all of our missiles, try to do as much damage as we possibly can, and then zip right back into the port. Okay, here we go. Seem to be getting some kind of contact. We're being shot at. These must be old destroyers or something here. No, these are Leones. So why are we being shot at, but we have no contacts here? I'll go into a screen formation. Fire at will. We've been hit by a missile. So it's time to get out of here. Probably getting hit by heavy cruisers at this range. In fact, let's just get out of here entirely if we can. We're on fire with at least one ship. So maybe we'll retreat that one out of here. Detach it. Not sufficiently damaged. So we still have some SSMs ready to go. Why haven't they gone into a screen formation? There we go. I mean, if we're scoring hits on cruisers versus their hits on destroyers, then we're probably in not too terrible a shape. We have one SSM left. And that was it. Okay. Now we just retreat. That's the whole game we're playing right now, at least until we can get our carriers involved. Yeah, let's just get out of there. We don't want to lose our Leones. We might have done a little bit of damage to a cruiser. If we did, we should potentially win this scenario. And we also have air power. So we very well could end up with some airstrikes happening here. You can see that they're going northwards. All right, seem to have lost contact. All right, that's fine. So how do we do here? We lost an auxiliary ship. We sank a destroyer. So they had destroyers. They didn't have. Man, how the heck were they shooting at us from so far away? 6-inch guns, that's why. All right, well, we got a minor victory. No, we don't need semi-armor piercing. All right, we lost our base in Tunisia. Lovely. Uh, German and British. The Germans and the Brits are fighting. The Germans lost a light cruiser and a battle cruiser. Britain loses a light cruiser. We sank 31 enemy merchants. We lost quite a few submarines there. Unfortunate. Yeah, losing Tunisia. It's a lot of air power gone. But that should mean less monthly balance to have to worry about too. I'm not too. There they are. They're invading Corsica. Can we defend it? Will they give us a chance? No, they won't. Cool. Yeah, don't let us fight. Look at that. We're not allowed to fight. I don't know what's going on. I really don't know what's going on in this campaign. Italy is cursed. I don't know. I guess I could blame myself for getting rid of the Andrea Dorias, but I don't think that would have prevented us from being blockaded at this rate. We've never had the economy as Italy. All right. Let's try north. There they are. There's the radar contacts. So let's go into screen mode. Turn on fire at will. There go our missiles. Do we have any left? Oops. Do we have anything left? Oh, we've got a couple. Fire away. This isn't really a screen formation here that we're in. All right, have we reloaded our missiles? Not yet. All right, we took a hit to a Corvette. We would rather have the Corvette taking hits than the destroyers at this rate. All right, we got a little bit of a reload here. So let's turn back around. Looks like it's destroyers and a Corvette. So, pretty much the same thing we're rocking here. Allegedly a light cruiser, but I have my doubts about that. The something is dead in the water there. Not quite dead in the water, but slowed down at least. Alright, can we try to hit him with some torpedoes? Maybe. We don't have the torpedo power we used to on these ships. We traded it all for SSMs. Alright, well, let's just get out of here then. Here comes our air wings. Land-based stuff. So we might be able to do some damage with that. It'd be nice if we could kill off the enemy cruiser. No SSMs and no SSMs. So, destroyers, you're going home. There we go. Don't mind that. Don't mind some missile hits from our aircraft. I really just want this war to be over. 'Cause it just feels like it's just going to be destroyer battles. All right. Can our aircraft do anything for us? Not really. It's nighttime now. Just waiting on the scenario timer to finish up. Oh no, we've lost Tunisia. We're going to lose Corsica because we're not allowed to defend it. And imagine what our 4 aircraft carriers could be doing if we were allowed to actually bring them into battle. We lost 3 corvettes, which isn't great, and we sank 1 destroyer. That is not great. We lost a prestige. But we're still okay on trade protection. Improved hit rates of SSMs. We need that. Okay. We're resisting. Germany lost another light cruiser. Britain lost a battle cruiser. So we lost 3 subs. We sank 19 enemy merchants. Austria seems to be immune to domestic troubles associated with having like 150 transports sunk in like 6 months. But we'll keep going. Keep soldiering on. All right, it's time to build another set of Leons. There we go. Cruiser battle. All right, we have 1 cruiser. Just one. It's all we have. We need to try to spare it if we can. Survive. Of course, it's gonna rush out ahead of everything else. All right, I have control of it, so it's gonna go straight back to port. And I'm gonna fight with the destroyers. Again, the goal here. Why does it go to? Why does it like not keep the screen formation? The goal here is just to launch the missiles and get out. There's some reported contacts up here. Destroyers. Fire at will. Wolf. Alright, well. We're actually okay there. Took a missile hit, but tanked it pretty well. Yep, going to port. And now that we've reloaded our missiles here, we're going back in with the destroyers. Reportedly, the contacts are up in this area here. And I prefer to do this at nighttime, actually, because we can just make a radar contact, fire the missiles, and maybe not get shot too much with guns. So where did they go? No radar contacts. Huh. Alright, well, we sank a destroyer. Whoop-de-doo. Good for us. Japan and Germany are pals, so Japan may end up jumping into that war with the Brits. Let's seek whatever terms we can get. Whatever. I don't care. Oh, we gave them a carrier. What is going on here? I don't even care. I really don't care anymore. Whatever. All right. So the new Anconas are going to be finished here just shortly. So we're going to actually get rid of the Minerva. It is old news. So we're going to scrap that. The maintenance on it isn't very high or anything. I can't believe we gave up one of our aircraft carriers. Oh well, who cares? Okie dokie. Did we at least keep Corsica? We did. We kept Corsica. Look at that. Would you look at that? All right. So I think what we're going to do to try to save some money here is I was going to put the kite into mothball, but that might mess with the air group. So hang on. Let's hold off on that and see what we get here. We're going to have some money coming in here soon as we finish up a bunch of projects. Okay. Save the game. We're gonna have a bunch of submarines. Yeah, submarines are finishing up here soon. That'll give us about not nearly enough, not nearly enough money, but we also have some. Yeah, once these Anconas start popping out here, we'll be okay. Okie dokie. Look at that. Monthly balance is looking better already. All right, our new carrier or new cruiser is a little bit overweight. Will not be limited. Let's do prestige and tension. Although, if we agreed to a treaty, if we agreed to a treaty, that might actually cut down on whatever everybody else gets. Let's Yeah, but we give up more budget. Let's just do tension and prestige. It already stinks that we lost probably the last war, but we'll see. There's still another 9 years. It's time for another war. Do we want another Ancona? We do, but we can't afford it. And it would kind of like give us like a lopsided number because we're doing them in pairs. So we're gonna say no this time. We're gonna send out a battleship, get some budget, prestige, double tension. Oh, the Brits lost a carrier. We lost a carrier too. It is now in Austrian possession due to us losing the war. I don't think we ever just like stolen a ship from someone when we win a war. I don't think so. It's kind of outrageous. I know you can do that in what is it like Ultimate Admiral Dreadnoughts? Okie dokie. I think we're working on a new helicopter right now. Germans lost a light cruiser. Again, Japan may end up jumping into the war, so that will probably throw things into Germany's favor. All right, let's get the Anconas going. We're gonna go into Division 1, Division 2, and Division 3. Oh, actually, the a actually never mind. I was gonna say I should maybe I could have ordered that other Incona class and use it as a foreign station ship because the Bolzano's like just limping along here at this rate. But we're gonna go. We need another 9 months before our balance is going to be monthly balance is going to be actually balanced here. Here's the helicopter prototypes. So the speed goes up by quite a bit. The range goes up or down potentially, and then we get some statistics. Uh, let's just go with the same characteristics, so maneuverability and toughness, but we gain some speed, we gain some range. We'll take it. All right. We need to get tension back up into the yellow here somehow. We've got the peregrines that are being built. Gosh, can't we lost one of the kites. 1955. Oh my goodness, that is just annoying. Oh, we lost budget. Cool. Thank you. We needed that. We needed more social spending. If we hadn't, like our downfall here. So this is the Long Island class light CV, 27 aircraft. The U.S. will probably build 10 of them, so it's like having, five rural carriers. But I think our downfall was when we lost that war to Austria. Tensions go down with everybody. We lost that war with Austria due to like the government collapsing that one time because we were just inundated with submarines. Demand you release the ship. We're going to do tension and prestige. And that like reverted our government from like fascist, which was giving us good money, back to like whatever it is now. Brits lost a heavy cruiser. Germany loses a light. All right, so at least we got our tension back up. Maybe we can get a budget event here, please. That would help us out quite a lot. Okay. Oh, nice. Missile launches at targets spotted by other ships. Cool. Oh, I saw a message here. Ah, we lost a an admiral. A couple of them retired there. He was timid. Russia and Austria-Hungary have signed an alliance. Man, Austria's allied with everyone. Brits lose a heavy cruiser. Germany loses a light cruiser. Germany loses another light cruiser, and so does Britain. All right, well, they're tearing each other apart. Sure wish someone would go to war with Austria and knock some of their ships off the map. I need them to kill our carrier that they captured, please. Germany loses a carrier and a light cruiser. Ay caramba. Oh, we lost an incompetent aviator. Okay, well, uh, let's start rebuilding some more of these bombarda. Yeah, they're gonna start going obsolete, and they're super cheap to rebuild. Not a big deal. In fact, we'll do a whole crop of these as well. The clavas. There we go. It's a couple hundred more per month, maybe a little bit more, but at least we're getting it done. So Germany loses another light cruiser, and we've lost the yellow tension again, so we are again in danger of losing our budget. Germany loses a light cruiser, the Emden. I was playing a little bit of War Thunder Naval today, and the Emden light cruiser. It's pretty darn powerful in the naval part of War Thunder, just spitting out rounds at people. Cool. Technology sharing agreement with the U.S. has been a benefit to submarines and anti-aircraft artillery. So we get improved radar-directed medium AA. Okay. Man, we've lost all this tension, but at least the budget is good now. All right. Let us assign the rest of these light cruisers. There we go. And there we go. Now we have a budget surplus. So we will rebuild these ships since we're at peacetime. We'll do it now. And these are 2,500 per month. The peregrines cost 3,000 apiece. I was tempted to build another kite to go along with the one we still have, but maybe we'll build another peregrine instead. How fast is the kite? The kite is 30 knots. We could pair a peregrine up with it. Yeah, why not? As long as they go the same speed, I don't care too much. Germany loses a light cruiser. Of course, the last thing we need right now is a budget decrease, so we need to try to get our. Wow, the largest. Japan has the largest battle cruiser in the world. I want to take a look at that. The Brits lose a heavy cruiser. Germany loses a heavy cruiser and a light. Man, they're gonna run themselves out of cruisers. So here's the Haruna. So it goes 32 knots with 16-inch guns and 8 heavy SSMs. That's just a nightmare. All right. Well, we're about half an hour in, so I'm going to go ahead and call this one here. What a disappointment of an episode. I apologize, but um, that war was going nowhere. We were just permanently blockaded. Austria was taking like no unrest at all. Just wasn't going very well. I've really messed up this Italy campaign. I think I don't. I'm not quite sure at this point. We just don't have the money. We need some money. But eh, it's fine. Anyhow, I appreciate you for being here, and I'll see you next time.